Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's the Beach Classroom. I'm Morgan and I'm a kindergarten teacher from Cleveland, Ohio. I'm in my classroom right now. It is not really set up. It is just fresh from coming back after they cleaned for me and they move everything around and clean under stuff and whatnot, and then they put it back the best they can. So there's like random stuff in my lockers and whatnot, but yeah. Anyways, I wanted to do a video on why I got rid of my classroom libraries.
We've been talking for an hour, we just can't find the end.
So I felt like when there's a classroom library, I spent more time like not yelling, but like redirecting, saying like what should be done in there. Like I noticed the kids weren't reading, they were just messing around, and like that's even when I had like really great classes. So I've tried different things, but I just felt like in the end I don't need to make a space in my room that's for reading. They should just read wherever, and I cannot believe how much reading changed in my classroom. I've always, sorry, the video cut off and now I can't remember what I was saying. Oh, okay. So I've always had a classroom library every single year. Even my first year when I didn't really have any books, I still had a designated spot in my classroom that was like the library station or whatever, like the reading station where they'd read books. Every year, I noticed the same things that I was telling you before. So this year, I decided to throw it away, try something new, and my kids were obsessed with reading. They were always reading, they were always asking to look at books. Like they have computers too, and when my kids have like free time, like if they finish an activity or whatever, and they just like have like 5 minutes of downtime for themselves, they are allowed to choose, and like literally 9 times out of 10 they chose reading books over computer, which I think is amazing. Or even like writing, like they'd want to take a piece of paper out and write like letters to their friends or whatever, which I'm cool with too. I'm fine with computer time too because they have like all learning games on there, but at the same time I was so surprised at how like the reading environment changed. So I'm going to show you some things that I did that I think helped. Okay, well first of all, I have all the books and the book stuffed animal character people around my room. They're not allowed to look at those. That didn't change, so that didn't help at all. But what I'm going to show you, and again, my room is not set up right now for this, and I have like all my easy readers at home because I let them come pick them up from my front porch during quarantine. Anyways, I have these bins in the front of my room. I'll walk over there right now. Where that table is, there's typically, it's not right there, there's like little shelving, and I put those bins there. And then in the morning, they those are like their readers that they have to read for their jobs, but like they're books that they know how to read. So I feel like they love picking out books from over here because they're easy to read, and then they're allowed to read those books to me in the morning, and they keep them stored in here, which I'll show you. I'm sure someone turned theirs in. Like this is stuff that I let them take home during quarantine. Oh, here we go. Perfect. Okay. Okay, so like this is the little like thing. I get these from the dollar store, and then they keep them on one side and their writing folders on the other side, and then in the morning they get to read these books, and they're allowed to put like easy reader books, but then like some of them know that they can read. I mean, I have it going up to G over there, but like some of them can read some other books, so like they'll put them in there, which is completely fine with me. Okay, then I've always had books out like this where they can like look through random bins, which they do look through them, but they're not as apt to look through them as down here. Now this is the first year that I let this happen, so typically I would take out like 3 of these bins for a couple weeks, and those are the ones that they could look through because I'm such like a neat freak and I like them all back and organized. But as you can see, if you kind of look, they do have them organized pretty well. Like I haven't touched this since they've been here. I mean, some of them are upside down and whatnot, but for the most part, they're in the right container. And I made these little things and I just put them on there so they know where they go. But I really think, like, these are like my books and I love books, but I really think letting them look at my own books and my teacher books has been a humongous game changer, because they have access to all these books all the time. And then also I got this right before quarantine, but this is awesome too because I can display books on here, and the books that are on here are the ones that they really want to look at. And again, these are all my special books. It is summer, so they like kind of fell over, but I really feel like, I know it sounds dumb that I didn't do it before, but like I didn't want all these books out. I would keep them like hidden kind of, which sounds so dumb, but and I know why I did that because I didn't want them all ruined and messed up and all mixed up. But as you can see, I trusted them and they came through. Now I know that this stuff is all like together, but this is somebody's table. Like this is a kid's table that they sit at, so this is not the library. When they want to look at books, they take them and they can go anywhere. But for stations, when it's like their library time, I'm trying to find where I put this stuff. So I have under here, there's like wooden crate bins and there's trays. So they take a tray and then they like go and they get books. And then I also have like pointers and stuff. Oh, here we go. There's pointers and glasses and little like eye things to put on their fingers, so they can get whatever they want and put on their tray, and then they go around the room and sit wherever they want. So they're allowed to sit behind my desk, they're allowed to sit out in the hallway, they're allowed to sit wherever. So I think that that helps the, like when they're confined, like even when they choose to sit here, because it's like right here, they still mess around. It's like they cannot help themselves. So I feel like getting rid of the small classroom library has just been such a game changer. And then they do have this calming corner, and sometimes the kids will read back here, so that's good too. But I really think that not having any of my books in storage has helped. And then up front, oh, it's right here. This thing usually is sitting up there. That thing is not there. They like mixed it up, but it's okay. This thing is usually up there, and I'll put like my special books that we're reading for the week on here, and I still let them use those because they are interested in them, and I just feel like it has made them better readers. Alright, that is it for my book talk. If you have a classroom library and it works great for you, you can do that all you want. I think different things work for different people, but I will say that for, I don't know, 5 years I did the classroom library thing, and I always felt frustrated when it was like reading center time and that they weren't like listening or whatever. And even, like I said, good classes. The second I ditched the classroom library, I felt like during stations when they were supposed to be reading, they were actually reading. Like I could hear them reading, could see them pointing to stuff, and it just helped me out because then I could focus on my small group instead of redirecting the others. I do have some books that they are not allowed to use when, okay, let me rephrase that. So I talked about that little stand. So let's say we're reading Chicka Chicka Boom Boom. I'll put it on the stand and they're allowed to read it then, but I won't put it back in the mix of books once we're done with it because I want to keep it on file so that way the next year when I open it up, like I can find that. But if it's a book they really like, I'll get another one for my like classroom library. or I'll ask like the librarian in our school if she has that, and like we check it out so they can read it. So there's definitely ways around them using like your special books that you teach with. And then I'm going to show you one more thing, but I'm going to end the video here and then show you. But if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below, follow me on Instagram at The Beach Classroom. I'm the most awkward outro person ever. These two book bins are also in that calming corner area, and they're all like behavior books. So I do have these in here. Any books that I have stored away outside are just because I use them for lessons, like I said, but most of like behavior books are in here, so I know and I can pull them out. But I try not to, sorry, I'm back. I try not to mix the books because I feel like if, let's say, like I saw the interrupting chicken in there, let's say like we're having an interrupting problem, then I don't have to like grab, or I don't have to like look through a bunch of books and not be able to find it, and then there's like all this downtime and they're all over the place. I can be prepared, I know it's in there, but like I was saying, if you mix all your books in, it's really hard to find. So I would suggest, if there's specific books that you know that you use for certain concepts, maybe keep those away and just get a different copy for your classroom library. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.